This video is to work on homework problems number 9 regarding a dot plot, number 10 regarding a pie chart. What we find is with Statcrunch, we can create graphs really efficiently and answer the questions like those that are here. And we're going to go through that whole process using Statcrunch. So you're looking at my completed question number 9, which it gives us this data right here. And it asks us which box plot best represents this data, and then to make an interpretation from that. So what we need here is we're taking this raw data, we're going to organize it, we're going to put it in a form that we're going to use a form to represent it, and then we're going to analyze it. So all these tools are going to be found under the Graph tab in Statcrunch. During this chapter, we're going to use the pie chart, the histogram, the box plot, sometimes called a box and whisker plot, and a dot plot, graphing tools. Let me fix that right there, a little typo. For question 9, we'll create a dot plot from the data that will then be compared against the answer choices. Now remember, I'm going to go back up for just a minute. We load the data with clicking this. You can see where my cursor is right there. There's that little box where it'll take the data and put it directly into Statcrunch. I've taken screenshots to show you what this looks like. Then we'll go back and we'll actually do the problem within Statcrunch. So after we load the data, there's the data set, and I click the Graph tab here. And if you look right here, I have the choice of a dot plot. Again, what we'll be using histograms. We already did that in the previous video. We're going to look at a dot plot and a pie chart in this video, and then we're going to get to the box plot in later questions. Box plots are great for questions involving measures of position, and hopefully everybody's reviewed the characteristics of data and made their responses in the online discussion, so that we can see what we're going to be looking at is how these different characteristics of data can be represented and analyzed. After we click the dot plot, we're going to see a thing where it says select a column. That's variable 1. We're going to click that, which is going to put it in this box on the right here. And that's really all I need to do, and then click compute. And here I have my box plot. And when I compare that against the answer choices, it's pretty easy this is one of those questions where I eliminate the wrong answers, but I'm going to show you a couple things. We have 1, we skip, we go to 3, then we have 1 again, and then we have all these 2s except for this 1 and 3 at 140. That's probably enough for me to make my decision. Let's go back up and look. We see the correct answer choice is D. First, we can get rid of A quickly, right? Now we know we have to pick between B, C, and D. They both have, all 3 of these choices have 1, skip, then 3 of the dots, then 1 so far. But the one thing that's different is right here, which this matches up to what we were able to create in Statcrunch. So this is going to be the response. And so then what is the question? What best describes the data? So we look at this and we can see that 120 is right here, right? And 150 is right here. And we can clearly see that most of the values are between 120 and 150. Again, this gives us a quick visualization where we can analyze the data. So before we go on to using pie charts, let's see what this looks like in Statcrunch. I've got the question already queued up. I'm going to click to copy and open in Statcrunch. My data is there, graph, dot plot, click variable 1, click compute, and there's and I can blow this up, by the way. If if you need it to be bigger, all I have to do is grab this corner and I can make it bigger. So that is how you work. So we're going to go ahead and close this. We're going to close this. And we're going to move on to question number 10, which is a pie chart. So I'm going to put that away for a minute because I've already done this and put the screens together. So for question 10, we're asked to select the correct pie chart for a given set of data and then answer a question about that. So again, we're going to begin by loading the data, which you see right here. Now this is going to be a little different. It's going to load it into 2 columns, and it's similar to what you get with a frequency distribution. They're bins this is summarized data right here. We already know 16.7% is between 1 and 10,000, 12.4%, 10,000 and 25,000, and so on. So we're going to load the data, and we're going to get something that looks like this. And then we're going to click pie chart with a summary. That's important because the data is summarized. So our categories are in this column, variable 1. By the way, I used the function to make this wider so that you could see it, which is in the, I'll show you when we get inside Statcrunch in just a moment. The counts are in variable 2. That's the percentages here. And that's really all we need. So when we make those selections from the drop-down boxes, we click compute, and we get this nice big pie chart to look at. So which one of these best describes the data? Well, let's look at something. Could we say that most of the data, well over 50%, is in the blue and the red? And the blue is 1 to 10,000, and the red is 10,000 to 25,000. So we can quickly look at this and say, well, that's over 50%. So we can look at answer choice B. Most student loan balances are $25,000 or less. So we've created a histogram in the first video. We've done a dot plot and a pie chart in this video. And in the later questions, oh, there's me making a typo again. We will explore the box plot and modified box plot graphs to answer questions regarding measures of position and outliers. Let me add that in here too. Again, these scripts that I'm using for these videos are available in Brightspace, so you can download this. I'll have it loaded in a few minutes. I hope you find this video helpful, and I'll have a few more up today. Good luck.